In the mid-20th century, thousands of Mexican-American families moved from the borderlands into the industrial Midwest. For one family, the bridge connecting their Michigan diaspora back to their roots rests entirely on a single matriarch, Maria Bernal Garcia, born in 1885. But tracing Maria's exact origins has been difficult. Her historical footprint is fragmented, leaving major gaps in a paper trail that often stops at the border. Compounding this issue is the same name trap. Because Garcia is a common surname, digital genealogy algorithms often merge Maria's identity with unrelated lineages, drawing a false connection from northeastern Mexico to a family living over 400 miles away in Guanajuato. There is also a question hidden in her name. For decades, it was unclear whether the identifier Bernal was inherited from her father, inherited from her mother, or acquired through an adoption. To find the real Maria, a formal kinship determination project was launched. The goal was to separate the legal names written on paper from the biological truth carried in her descendants' cells. This required the Genealogical Proof Standard. This methodology demands exhaustive research and the resolution of any conflicting data before a historical relationship can be confirmed. Relying on automated hints had effectively obscured her true lineage. To correct the record, the investigation had to set aside those digital assumptions and build a new chain of evidence from scratch. The first step in bypassing the saturated Garcia surname databases was autosomal DNA clustering, grouping genetic matches to isolate specific family lines. This genome visualization isolates a 58 megabase pair block on chromosome 9 from Maria's line. Triangulating this segment connects to living cousins with the Bernal signature. Because every verified relative traces to the San Antonio Nuevo León corridor, this anchors their origin to Mexico, invalidating Guanajuato. The DNA successfully corrected the geographic map, but genetics only function as a compass. To name the specific ancestors, physical documentation is required. The paper trail begins in the mid-20th century. Records from the 1950 U.S. Census captured Maria's household location, tying her directly to her son, Rogaciano. Moving forward to find her death record proved difficult. Digital index searches consistently returned false positives for other women named Maria Garcia, so the physical, certified document had to be procured through offline county channels. The physical 1967 Saginaw County death certificate provided the specific data required to bridge the gap between Michigan and Mexico. It explicitly lists her parents, Prudenciano Garcia and Juana Rocio. Those two names allowed investigators to navigate the deep, unindexed 19th century civil registries of Cadereyta Jimenez in Nuevo León. Deep in the archives, they located Acta number 82. Executed in 1878, this civil birth registration belonged to Maria's older brother, José Juan Bautista Garcia. Reading the original Spanish cursive of this primary source, the local judge explicitly recorded the child's grandparents. He named the maternal grandmother as Dolores Bernal. Extracting this 1878 registry solves the mystery of Maria's middle name. It proves Bernal was a maternal surname carried forward by the children, a traditional naming convention that was lost in modern U.S. indexing. With the biological code mapped and the primary documents verified, the focus shifts from the investigation to the actual life Maria lived. Her maternal and paternal lines had been settled in Nuevo León for generations, living and working in towns like Cadereyta Jimenez and Hualahuises. By the early 20th century, Maria migrated northward. Her family integrated into the ranching and vaquero culture taking shape in South Texas. The instability of the Mexican Revolution served as a catalyst, pushing the family away from the borderlands and deeper into the United States. Her 2,000-mile journey concluded decades later when she and her son Rogaciano left the agricultural South to settle in the industrial heartland of Michigan. The application of forensic genealogy replaced algorithmic guesses with primary source evidence. Maria Bernal Garcia is no longer a clerical mystery. She's a documented biological link in a verified lineage.